Picture this. You're scrolling through Instagram and you see all these glowing, perfectly pregnant women effortlessly handling life. Hair perfect, nails done, rocking that bump in a skin-tight dress. And you're thinking, how? But let's be real. Is that really what pregnancy is like? Okay, maybe for like 1/100% of women, but for the rest of us mere mortals, it's a little different. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to Pregnancy Circumference, where we bring you the real scoop on all things pregnancy and pregnancy related. In today's video, we're breaking down those dreamy pregnancy expectations and comparing them to the realities that don't always make it to the highlight reel. So let's get into it. Let's start with the famous pregnancy glow. We've all heard about it, the radiant skin, shiny hair, that "I've got this" aura. But the reality is, some women glow, others battle breakouts, hyperpigmentation, and uncooperative hair. It's like puberty all over again, with more emotional roller coasters. One minute you're crying, the next you're laughing hysterically. Studies show up to 90% of pregnant women experience skin changes. So yeah, the pregnancy glow is basically a gamble. We all imagine that perfect little bump that's just big enough to show, but small enough to stay cute in photos, right? You know the one, like when you can still see your toes and wear heels without toppling over. Yeah, that's a lie. In reality, baby bumps come in all shapes and sizes. Some days you might look pregnant, and other days you might just feel like you've had too many burritos. And let's not forget about the lovely side effects like stretch marks, bloating, and the ever so attractive linea nigra, that dark line that appears down your stomach. The important thing is that your baby is growing and healthy, even if your bump looks more like a lumpy potato than a perfect sphere. Staying active during pregnancy is important, but seeing super fit pregnant women can be intimidating. 6 weeks in, you might be face down on the bathroom floor. Fatigue can hit hard, making even getting off the couch feel like an Olympic sport. Listen to your body and modify your expectations. Growing a human is like running a marathon every day. Pregnancy cravings, the good, the bad, and the downright weird. We all joke about those quirky pregnancy cravings. Pickles and ice cream, anyone? Cravings can be intense and sometimes not so Instagram friendly. Like, I once craved the smell of gasoline. Gasoline! Not my finest moment. Some women crave dirt, soap, or other non-food items, a condition called pica. If you're having weird cravings, talk to your doctor. Better safe than sorry, right? Bonding with baby, instant connection, or work in progress. Let's talk about bonding. Many expect that magical moment when they meet their baby and feel an instant, overwhelming connection. While this does happen for some, it's not the reality for everyone, and that's okay. Bonding can take time, especially after a physically and emotionally exhausting labor. For some mums, it's love at first sight. For others, it's more like love at first diaper change, or love at first smile. The important thing is that you're there for your baby, providing love, care, and all the snuggles they need. The birth plan, a guideline, not a rule book. You've researched, you've planned, and you've got that birth plan down to a science. But here's the thing about birth plans. They often go out the window the second labor starts. The reality is, birth has a way of doing its own thing. Whether it's an unplanned C-section, labor that starts earlier or later than expected, or even needing more pain relief than you thought, flexibility is key. The important thing is a healthy mom and baby, even if things don't go exactly as you envisioned. So, while it's great to have a plan, it's even more important to be prepared for the unexpected. Labor signs. Decoding the mysteries of your body. We all have this idea that we'll know the exact moment labor starts, just like in the movies where the water breaks dramatically and everyone rushes to the hospital. But in reality, it's not always that obvious. Labor can start with mild cramps, back pain, or just a feeling that something's different. And spoiler alert, not everyone's water breaks before labor, and some might even need it broken at the hospital. The best thing to do is to call your doctor or midwife if you're experiencing any signs of labor, even if you're not sure. They can help you figure out what's going on and guide you through the next steps. After months of anticipation, you expect to be hit with a wave of pure joy the moment your baby arrives. But the reality is that while many do feel immense happiness, others might feel overwhelmed, anxious, or even numb. The combination of physical exhaustion, hormonal changes, and the enormity of what just happened can bring up all kinds of emotions. And that's perfectly normal. It doesn't mean you love your baby any less. It just means you're human. If you're struggling with postpartum emotions, don't suffer in silence. Talk to your partner, your doctor, or a therapist. There's no shame in asking for help, and it can make a world of difference. Many of us picture maintaining a tidy, organized home, maybe even nesting to create that perfect nursery. You know, the ones you see on Instagram with the perfectly curated toys and the minimalist color schemes. Yeah, those are staged. The reality? Between the exhaustion, morning sickness, and just trying to keep up with daily life, your house might look more like a tornado hit it than a Pinterest board. And that's okay. Give yourself grace. No one expects you to have it all together all the time, so don't stress about the mess. Embrace the chaos. You might think you'll have 9 months to get everything ready, nursery decorated clothes, washed, baby gear assembled. But the reality is that time flies, especially when you're dealing with the demands of daily life, like trying to not puke on your boss's shoes. Before you know it, the baby's due date is around the corner, and you're scrambling to finish up the last-minute details. And guess what? It's totally normal to still be putting together the crib or packing your hospital bag in the 9th month. Don't stress about getting everything done perfectly. The most important thing is that you and your baby are healthy. Everything else can wait. So, there you have it. Pregnancy is full of surprises, and sometimes the reality doesn't quite match up with the expectation. And that's totally okay. The most important thing is to be kind to yourself and remember that every pregnancy is unique. This journey is as unpredictable as it is beautiful, and embracing it with all its ups and downs is what makes it truly special. Listen, pregnancy is a wild ride. It's messy, it's emotional, and it's definitely not always glamorous. But it's also incredibly empowering, transformative, and ultimately, the most amazing thing you'll ever experience. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more real talk on pregnancy, parenting, and beyond.